This could also be a very high risk, high reward going into the FDA decision tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome to Drain Coin, where we show you how to invest for a better tomorrow. My name's Tyler, and today we're going to be talking about Orphazyme, what has been going on with their stock over the last couple weeks, why they've been running multiple times now over 100% in different one-day trading sessions, and then also what they have coming for them in the future with their price action. So to give you an idea of what they deal with, they are working on treatments for both Niemann-Pick disease and Gaucher disease, and both of these are more rare with very minimal treatments for people that usually help in effectively treating symptoms that people go through while dealing with these. The best way to sum up how Niemann-Pick disease affects the body is that it makes it so that cells can't properly process fats inside of your cells, and then through that process they eventually die, and this can affect different organs including your brain and your liver and different things like that, which can obviously cause a lot of large issues down the road. And then Gaucher disease generally comes across as an enlarged liver and spleen, or red blood cells and platelets being low on their counts due to sugar containing fats not being able to be broken down inside of different cells and instead accumulating more over time, causing a lot of disruption in the body's general processes. For Niemann-Pick disease, they've already got their drug treatment filed to be reviewed by the FDA and have a talk with them tomorrow, June 17th, for decisions on where their drug's going forward. So this can either move into an outcome where they get FDA approval for the treatment, which could be very likely considering it's a rare disease that is very damaging to the body. And considering this is a very rare disease with minimal treatments, this could bode well for where the FDA comes out to them with a decision. And then Gaucher disease is still in phase 2 with top line data reported. So they should be looking to file for that as they come up into the next few months, I would imagine, based on their pipeline that they have set up. The way this works is by inducing the patient's body to have a response that would allow for them to properly process fats and proteins that are not actually being efficiently used inside of cells. And so it's a lot of the kind of pharma stocks that we go over on the channel here, where we're looking at companies that are looking to use the patient's own body instead of introducing a bunch of foreign objects to be able to handle these processes in a localized region. The main treatment they're designing right now is through capsule form and as a way to add to food as a supplementation. So basically you would ingest it and it would do its process inside of your body after that point. And then their plan, if approved, would be to try to expand possibly into different partnerships where they can use this to explore possibly other diseases for specializations and also other geographies in the world outside of just bigger countries. During trading today, they shot up over 100% since pre-market, where they went from about $10 to over $22, $23, depending on the time of day. So they had a large run that's coming off of last week where they kind of got meme squeezed like a lot of these other stocks, where Reddit kind of latched onto them a little bit more, and it got a lot of attention because it has a low float, which generally means it doesn't take much to move a stock price, whether it's large buys or large sells. And then the fact that less than 1% of the stock was owned by institutions at that time. So it was very heavily shifted by retail. So it was a lot easier for people to kind of gang up and shift the price how they wanted to with a squeeze. As we look at the chart here for ORPH, we can see that they're severely overbought for the entire day, even though there was Fed talks and the rest of the market has been generally red. And a lot of this is due to the fact that a lot of people are looking forward to not only the FDA decision tomorrow that's pending coming on the 17th, but also due to the fact that it's getting a lot of attention on social media and a lot more people are having their eyes on the stock to try to play it. What I'm going to be looking for going into the FDA decisions tomorrow is that we could see a rise into possibly the 70s again if they get positive moves for that. But I think regardless of how the price action goes, there's going to be a sharp fall off at some point on pullback, just because the entire catalyst based around this started with that FDA decision news. I think once it bounces down, we could be seeing it settling around a $10 to $12 area. The red line on the chart is essentially a average closing price for the stock, including with the days where they spiked up into the 70s and today where they spiked up into the 20s. And so So after the sell-off, I could see them settling down somewhere around this line, which would put a very nice support area for where they're at. And if they bust through that, I'm going to see them pulling back a lot more. And this could put them down to even $5 where they were trading back in April. So if you're playing this is going to be very high risk as of right now. But if you know how to manage your risk and set stop losses and everything, this could also be a very high risk, high reward going into the FDA decision tomorrow. If we're looking long term for the stock price, I could see this settling around a channel of $20 to $40 for fair trading value as a baseline going into the future if they do hit that FDA decision. But I do think dropping back down to this 15 and under area is going to be a key thing to look for after sharp sell-offs and reduced volatility after that FDA decision does come through. I hope that rundown gave you some good information on Orphazyme and where I think they're going to be going as a company and a stock going into the future. I think they have a lot of promising stuff that they're working on, and it could be very nice for them long-term as a company, especially with them using their treatment for not only one but two separate rare diseases as of right now. But I'm going to be looking for more data to come out for that second treatment before I make any long-term price targets on them. Other than that, that's going to do it for me in this video today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.